that is really something, because I talked to Todd Austin and told him specifically about this ring, about the concerns, and he said, that don't sound right, but let me check with Charlie Pride and I'll get back with you. And then Todd called me back and said, if you had control of the security system, if you had control of it, then I would be more apt to say yes. He said, but since you don't know who's going to have control of it, then I would say that you're not going to be able to have complete control of your records because of this system being up. And he said, that's what he said. And he said that also with the accounts and stuff like that, that's what he said. He did confirm back with, or he did call back and said that he spoke to Charlie about that. And then whenever I called up there to discuss the prior issue, Todd said, I still think you have grounds not to have that security system unless you have control of that.
I would advise the board not to engage in conversation with Beth about that, because she has counsel that has identified that now that is an issue he believes is an issue. So I don't think you should, if you as a board want to proceed on a motion, that's fine, but I don't think
Can we proceed on a motion, let's pay the company?
Yeah, well, you
So
can
they're not
proceed on a motion that, he hasn't filed any actions or anything, so, but I would say that we should not engage in discussion with Beth about it. She wants to put her statement on the record. If she did, that's fine, but I don't think that the board or me should have any discussion directly about that.
And to answer your question, that was paid last month. That invoice has been taken care of, so there's.
We didn't authorize that.
Yeah, you guys approved it. Mm-hmm.
Didn't even remember.
Yeah.
Well,
Was it brought up specifically, or was it just bundled? Because
What difference is it?
there was a meeting in February where we had the receipt that we talked about it, and we said, no, hold off on it.
And then in the
And we said, we don't want to proceed with that until we hadn't even voted to approve it.
in the last month's meeting, it was in with the approval under invoices, and it was spelled out just like I normally do when they're spelled out.
We're gonna go through those.
okay.
It's a good thing we decided we were gonna do it.
You have a motion pending?
I have a motion pending.
Can that motion, repeat that motion, please, so I didn't write it down because I started writing down what you just said.
Under the advice of our attorney, I don't know if I can answer that question.
Well, you can repeat your motion, but he made his motion before I spoke. He made his motion before.
He made a motion to revise, he didn't know if we should do that, so.
He made a motion to proceed with the security system in town hall,
Okay.
and that was pending, and then she made a statement, and then I made a response.
May I ask a question?
Not right now.
Okay. Thank you.
Where do you think we should go, Rita?
You don't have any reason right now you can't proceed with your plan to have a security system.
The company hasn't been paid.
Yeah, she said it's paid last month.
They haven't.
Hasn't been paid.
So, as far as I'm concerned, you don't have any reason not to proceed. There is no restriction on you proceeding.
Well, with that being said, then I second Mark's motion.
Motion made and second to proceed with the security camera system in town hall, and I make that unanimous.
And I think that what the information that was provided by Mr. Pride was basically that, we should probably be focusing, and I don't know how many cameras you have for in here or whatever, but
Those folks all
focusing
come
on
with the unit.
folks in and out and things like that.
Right.
We're not really focusing on what the clerk is doing. We're
No.
focusing on who's coming in and out the door. Or
He
if there's any,
was even talking about one
any
back here in Doug's
disturbance,
office, people
yeah.
coming in and out.
Any access
People
to
coming
this
in and out of this
building?
door here.
or if there's any disturbance inside the office by
Right.
customers or
The
then
system that research was done on comes with a apparatus that's basically called a hot button
That's what I was gonna say.
that will be put at the counter. So in the event that there is something going on that our clerk treasurer or our deputy clerk treasurer feels threatened or in question about, they can hit that button and the audio record begins. In addition to the feed for the cameras that's exclusively on the door. As stated in previous meetings, there has never been any discussion or reason for the security system to be used to audit or observe what's going on in that corner. Never.
And then where is that getting monitored?
The door.
Well,
Oh, as far as the recordings?
Yeah.
The recordings, as we had planned, is going to be in a locked, sealed box, similar to like a safe. Because we hadn't had access to the building, we couldn't really find the location for that. But it will be in a locked away place. There'll be one key. The president will have that key, or the police department. We hadn't refined the process with it.
I think it should be the police department.
And it'll be a locking apparatus that the only time that they're reviewed or are able to be edited will be
If we request it.
if we request it.
And just for the record, you've not had a key for this office for probably about 4 weeks. You had all this other time, but only
We hadn't-
4 weeks.
We hadn't had an
Just to
opportunity.
clarify
We hadn't
that.
had an opportunity to even discuss the security
Just
system
to clarify,
in a meeting.
you've had the key, you've had access to this office. You did not have access.
Oh,
to
during
the
my
operating
business
office.
hours,
3 weeks.
during the working day.
3 weeks, you just didn't have access.
I see.
And one other thing, I know we were discussing that just recently when it came to the firemen and things. Did she put an application for your deputy? So that we have some verification, verification in terms of history or anything like that?
She did.
On a security system,
I'm done.
that loops, I assume, erases over time. You know?
I'm sorry, what's the question?
A security system normally loops and is erased over a period of
30 days.
30 days.
So it won't require any attention really, other than if something happens, you need to get in there and look at it?
No.
I mean, it doesn't require any maintenance or anything,
No, no.
just
No.
continuously, okay. And I'll look at, and see if we can have a formal ordinance discussing what it is and what it's for.
Okay.
And so, try to-
Yeah.
In our last meeting, we were discussing a fire hazard that we had in our town hall. And I was curious if that had been corrected. The padlocking of an exit door to the outside. Has that been removed?
What about the fire?
Let's see. I guess not.
Would you like for me to take care of that?
Yes, ma'am, I would. I think the state would.
It's been that way since I've been here, so,
It's good that we see it.
yeah. So I'll get that taken care of immediately. It was not originally to do that, so.
We're talking about fires.
Yep,
Anybody know where there's a fire extinguisher at, in case there is a fire?
that's good.
I'll
point,
move
man.
on.
Is there one right outside that door?
Yeah, I see one right here.
Okay.
Fire chief should inspect the building and,
Should there be an exit sign too, if that's an exit?
anything else?
Yeah, I had a question on, I'm just curious to know for the month of February, did we just pay 1 or 2 people for the wastewater sign-off report?
One person,
Which was his,
Mr. Craig.
but he didn't sign off for February. I was told he did not sign off. Is that correct, guys?